A founder signs a $12 million letter of intent, and the natural reaction is relief. The exit feels secure. The hard work seems finished. But in corporate mergers, that signature is a false summit. A signed letter of intent actually marks the beginning of the transaction's most dangerous phase. In a product business acquisition, buyers purchase static physical assets. They acquire manufacturing machines bolted to the floor or warehouses full of inventory. In an IT consulting exit, buyers are purchasing human delivery capacity. They are buying the ability to solve technical problems and the deep client trust required to do it. Those assets leave the building every single evening. In service exits, human beings deliver the cash flow. Any valuation on paper remains incredibly fragile until the final check clears escrow. Consider a California-based IT firm in the lower middle market. They had secured a premium $12 million buyout offer and were deep into operational due diligence. This organizational flowchart reveals the firm's hidden vulnerability. A single lead technical architect controls day-to-day delivery for the company's two largest enterprise accounts. Midway through diligence, that lead architect unexpectedly resigns to relocate his family out of state. The buyer reacted with immediate, visceral panic. They instructed their legal and financial teams to halt all due diligence operations. This digital ledger illustrates the buyer's aggressive maneuver. They demanded a $1.5 million retrade, a severe price reduction, claiming the departure created sudden operational instability. This sudden shift creates a psychological trap. For an exhausted founder staring at the finish line, the temptation to accept a $1.5 million ransom just to close the deal is immense. This specific case study faced a severe geographic complication. The business operated entirely within California's strict regulatory environment. This document highlights California Business and Professions Code Section 16600. It heavily favors employee mobility, automatically voiding most non-compete agreements. A business in California cannot rely on paper contracts to lock talent in place. Employees have absolute legal mobility to walk away at any time. Knowing this, the advisory team made a crucial pivot. They realized that a panicking buyer doesn't need verbal reassurance. They need hard operational evidence. The advisors reclassified the resignation as a data discrepancy, shifting the focus from human resources to empirical evidence. The advisors deployed their first defense, executing a pre-planned bench strength protocol the founder had proactively built months prior. True bench strength requires very specific proof. The team presented documented transition steps, internal coverage schedules, and specifically named cross-trained backups, rather than offering vague promises that someone else could cover the work. The second line of defense was analytical. They deployed a certified valuation model to test the localized, real-world financial impact of the architect's departure. This line graph plots the buyer's core assumption. They believed the resignation would trigger catastrophic margin collapse and client churn. The stress-tested math proved otherwise. The two cross-trained backups could absorb the workload, causing only a temporary, minor shift before stabilizing. The model explicitly proved to the buyer that no permanent loss of client revenue or delivery quality would actually occur. By utilizing this mathematical model, the seller translated operational reality into the only language a panicking buyer cares about: verified future cash flow. The seller returned to the negotiating table, armed with the documented transition plan and the certified valuation model. They held a firm stance, flatly rejecting the $1.5 million retrade without posturing, begging, or showing any weakness. A buyer retrades aggressively when they sense founder fatigue, but presenting undeniable data completely strips away their negotiation leverage. The buyer faced a final choice. They could walk away and lose a premium asset over a disproven fear, or they could accept the operational proof and proceed. The buyer conceded their demand. The transaction successfully closed at the original $12 million target valuation. Identifying the specific humans who hold the revenue together, the key person risk, serves as the necessary foundation for any founder planning an exit. Protecting a premium multiple requires engineering undeniable operational continuity long before a buyer ever begins searching for a flaw.